This is Talk of the Town, a weekly program featuring community events happening in and around Northeast Michigan, with your host, Nancy Smitham, and get the latest from Alpena Community College with Don McMaster. And now, today's Talk of the Town.
Good morning and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Nancy Smitham. My first guest today is Christine Wiltulski from Besser Museum. Good morning, Christine.
Hi, Nancy.
I know you're having a busy season, so start me out and tell me what's going on at the museum.
We have been having a great summer, and to start with, we have the Gone to Pieces Quilt Guild doing an exhibit in the Wilson Gallery. They have over 90 quilts on display.
Wow.
And so what I've learned from working with the Quilt Guild is there are a lot of people in Northeast Michigan that love quilts. Many quilt guilds throughout Northeast Michigan. So this is a great time. We'd like to invite them all in and come check this out. It's beautiful work, and that will be on exhibit up through October.
Okay, good, because a lot of people do love quilts, and they tell a story, or
there's a lot of work that goes into them.
Exactly,
yes,
right.
and people appreciate that. And then the other, we have a new exhibit opening this week. Actually, Joe Donna was last year's Juried Art winner.
Yes.
And so he will have a solo exhibit starting this week. Joe is bringing also 2 large pieces that he had entered into the Grand Rapids Art Prize. Ooh. Too large to bring into the museum, so they'll be on display in our backyard. So that starts this weekend, but his opening reception, which is free to the public, a meet and greet the artist, will be in September 10th. From 7 to 5, or 5 to 7, excuse me. And we'll have more information on our website and on our Facebook about that. And also, just to say that the Juried Art exhibit, the information is on our website right now.
Okay.
They can download the application.
Okay.
It's open to all Michigan artists. It's one of our most popular
Yes.
exhibits. And like I said, the first place winner gets a solo exhibit plus cash prize.
Ooh.
And so we are pleased to say that the Juried Art exhibit is underwritten by Janet Pfeifenberger. So
Thank you, Janet.
Yep, so that's always fun. And then our third exhibit that we're so excited about is the watercolor exhibit by Judy Dolly.
Yes.
And Judy started this project with just painting a few images of Alpena that really captured her interest. And then in watercolor, she came into the museum one day, showed me what she was working on, and I'm like, oh gosh, Judy, I would love to do an exhibit. So she said, I got to get busy because I don't have enough to fill a gallery. And so she was working on this project throughout the year, and she came in one day and presented to me a book that she had put together of all of her watercolor paintings called A Year in Alpena. And this book, we had to work on how to get it published, and just through some work with Model Printing and First Federal sponsored the book, the publication. We have it in print now. It's exclusively available at the Besser Museum, and all the profits go to the Besser Museum.
Yay.
Yes,
And
yes.
it is a beautiful book. You're going to show some photos here in a minute, or some pictures, watercolors.
Not just the book, but also the prints. She allowed us to produce, and so we have like the farmers market. We have
Hold them a little longer so people get a chance to actually look at them.
walking downtown
Yes.
Alpena, fishing at the dam, and this one past the Center Building and the Thunder Bay Winery. And we launched the book at the art fair this summer. And it was so much fun because people were so thankful to Judy for capturing, one lady said, you captured all my childhood memories in this book. Another girl that was home visiting from Florida, she said, it's so hard to explain to my friends what my hometown is like. She said, you've done it. You've captured it in this book. People were talking about the book was going to Europe. It was going to Canada. They were sending it out to California. It's such a great gift idea. And so not only
$20 for the price.
$20, yeah, $20, and all the proceeds benefit the museum, and it's a great gift idea, a great book. So.
And the prints are individually priced, and you can get those exclusively at Besser Museum also.
Exactly. And what's really neat about this book is it has made me be a little bit more conscientious or observant of our architectural features in Alpena.
I know when I looked through the book, I thought, wow, what details she has just on buildings that I just take for granted all my life, and I'm looking at the details like, wow, I can't believe it.
Yep, that this is our hometown. And what's really awesome about this project is I'm also on MACNY, Michigan Arts and Culture for Northeast Michigan, and we've been working on the Lake Huron Discovery Tour that's coming up October 9th through 11th. And for Alpena's part of that tour, because it starts in Standish all the way up through Mackinac, we took Judy's images and used them as icons for the activities that will be happening in Alpena. So there are things that are going on, some things people might have done, some that they might never have tried yet. So we're encouraging people to be a tourist in their own town, but also this promotion piece for the Lake Huron Discovery Tour is going out through Michigan and beyond. So collectively, the cultural institutions, organizations, other businesses are encouraging people to come check out what is so awesome about Northeast Michigan. And Judy captured that in her book, from festivals to our factories to our recreation. It's there, from downtown shopping. And so the Lake Huron Discovery Tour will have some really awesome events, from historical scavenger hunt.
We have enough time, so you can list a couple of them.
Well, we're doing the historical scavenger hunt. The Art in the Loft is revealing their community mural. We have, of course, the Glass Bottom Boat tours. The Farmers Market will be doing something. You can rent bikes on the back of these cards. We have where you can rent bikes, where you can rent kayaks, where you can rent let me see, I'm thinking dive equipment, but you might have to talk to Stephanie about that.
Okay.
So just promoting what's best about our community and how to get out there and enjoy everything.
Okay, and very important, list the Joe Donna thing again.
So Joe Donna, his exhibit will open this weekend.
Okay.
And the public reception is going to be September 10th. And so his exhibit of photography is in the Traufa Gallery, and then his 2 large sculptures will be out in the backyard.
And the Gone to Pieces Quilt Guild has their display, and that's until October. So
it will go right up to our Fall Harvest Fossil
Okay.
Fest, which we will host again this year.
Okay.
And Fall Harvest Fossil Fest is always a great event. It's a time where we also rent buses and give tours of the quarries. So Specification Stones and Lafarge partner with us for that community-wide event.
And that always sells out, so make sure you get in line early.
Yes.
Okay, and once again, Judy Dolly's wonderful book, A Year in Alpena, is exclusively sold at the museum.
At the Besser
And the prints
Museum.
are available there too, and you might see your own business or something from your own backyard in the book, so make sure you get there and check it out.
Yes.
Thank you very much. I'll be right back with Stephanie Gandula following these messages. Hi, as promised, I'm back with Stephanie Gandula from Thunder Bay National Marine Sanctuary. Good morning, Stephanie.
Good morning, Nancy.
Thank you for filling in today. It's always good to see your happy, cheerful face here.
Thank you. I love coming.
And I know you always have lots to talk about. Today we want to talk about the marine technology class.
That's right. Alpena Community College's Marine Technology program is going strong. I think they're in their 3rd year.
Yes, they are.
And we're so excited at the sanctuary to partner with them on a lot of the classes that are a part of the program. And so this past week, we have been co-teaching a class called Introduction to Careers on the Water.
Ooh.
So it's a full week class, and I think it might be one of the students' favorites because they actually get out on the water. Super dynamic class. They get to do all sorts of different things, interactive things. They learn to map shipwrecks. So they actually go out on a shipwreck site, one of our shallow sites. But before they do that, of course, we have some training in the classroom. We lay out a debris field of artifacts and teach them how we as archaeologists actually map shipwrecks. So that's just one of the hands-on things that they get to do. They also get to go out on our research vessel, the Storm, and see how we do a lot of the remote sensing projects that we do here in Sanctuary Waters, where we go out with either a side scan sonar or a multi-beam sonar and take a look at what the lake bottom looks like. And that's how we discover shipwrecks.
It's amazing.
It's very cool. So that's one thing. They get to see that technology and actually use that technology. Another cool thing they get to do is work with the underwater robots. Of course, that's what the program is really focused on, is training these students to be professionals with underwater technology. And so they work with these underwater robots, those ROVs, remotely operated vehicles. They help program them. They actually get to pilot them on shipwrecks out in the sanctuary. So I keep saying out in the sanctuary, and that's one thing these students get to do. They get to get out on the water, under the water if they're, snorkeling and mapping one of the shallow sites, and really get a feel for what professionals do out on the water, out in the Great Lakes. And there's so many different career opportunities.
I never realized how many
Right.
until I started talking to people. I mean, and it's the placement is unbelievable. It's like 100% placement.
It is 100% placement. And there are, like you mentioned, the opportunities out there. It's not just archaeology. Of course, we do
No.
focus on that at
Yes.
the Marine Sanctuary, but there's boat operators. We have, as part of that class that just happened this last week, the Introduction to Careers, we have a number of professionals come in and talk to the students about what they do. So the captain of the glass bottom boat came in and gave a short lecture on his, a day in the life type of thing. Coast Guard folks came in and talked about their day-to-day operations. All sorts of different professionals come in and share and just give an idea of the different opportunities. Fish and Wildlife, they come in. So it's pretty exciting to see.
And these aren't minimum wage jobs either.
No, they're professional jobs. I mean,
Yes.
it's really a part of what we in the sanctuary system call the blue economy. I mean, the Earth is more than 75% water, and
Yes.
so there's got to be resources out there, both for us to use and then for humans to work. And there's so many opportunities out there.
And this marine technology class is one of very few that are available out there anywhere for people to take.
That's very true. And there's like you said, the placement, and part of the reason that placement is so good and that it is 100% placement right now in the job world is because of the certifications you get.
Yes.
There's an actual super impressive ROV simulator on campus at ACC. If you haven't checked it out,
No, I haven't.
it's really fun. I actually had an opportunity to go pilot the ROV, and you can log time on this ROV simulator,
Okay.
and then that counts towards your accreditation to be an ROV pilot. And that means going out on those big ships. The scientific research vessels use ROVs.
Yes.
And then, of course, the exploration, oil and gas.
Oil and gas, yes.
And
Get
these
out
are-
on those oil rigs. And
Oh, right. And they make great money.
They
and
sure
they get,
do.
They get to see the world.
They do.
They're learning really impressive job
2
skills.
weeks on, 2 weeks off, 3
Right.
weeks on, 3 weeks off. Pretty good schedules too, and
For sure.
they pay for just about everything, so it's pretty impressive.
It is. I mean, I've thought, actually, even though I love my job at the sanctuary, I've thought how fun it would be
Yes.
to go to, the ACC program is right there. Such an amazing resource we have here in Northeast Michigan.
And virtually, you bring in people from all over the world to talk to these people in this
That's right.
class. I mean, someone was here before that was here talking to the class, and I mean, just listening to where he's been and what he's done, I thought, oh my goodness, what a wonderful experience.
Right, right. And it's neat to see the students come back, because a lot of those graduating students or graduated students that have gone on and are working based out of Louisiana, they get to come back to Alpena often.
Yes.
And we've invited them to talk to the classes and also to do some public lectures. So we want to do more of that. So stay tuned for more of those professional development lectures from these folks that are out working in our blue economy.
So someone in high school, you're thinking about, what do I want to do? What do I want to be? What
Right.
what does my future hold? Definitely check out the marine technology.
Absolutely, and it's a lot of the students that take the high school Shipwreck Alley class, and that has been so popular,
Yes.
so popular. It's a natural progression to go into ACC's Marine Technology program. They get a good taste of these opportunities and of this new world, really, and then they can go lock that down at ACC's program.
And I also saw something in the Free Press recently about a new shipwreck that they found, like in the Traverse City area somewhere.
Right.
And it's so exciting when they show pictures of a shipwreck that's been there for hundreds of years and
Yeah.
how intact it still is because of the depth and the temperature of the water. It's just like phenomenal.
That's right. People, I mean, we have all these shipwrecks out here that have been discovered that we talk about in the exhibits, but people have to remember, like
You just found a new one recently, didn't you, in your sanctuary? One that hadn't been there maybe like last year?
Oh, well, you know what's interesting is a lot of the Great Lakes are so dynamic. The environment's so dynamic. And a lot of the sites, even that the glass bottom boat goes to, those shallow sites, some years are covered with sand, some years they're totally exposed. And so discovering shipwrecks, sometimes we rediscover shipwrecks because there are so many out there, and it is so dynamic.
Well, people need to do the glass bottom boat tour if they haven't, because it's phenomenal. The water's clear, it's shallow, easy to see. You get an idea of the size of the ships, and like, they're so close to shore, how come they couldn't make it? And you know, and that's part of it. So it's, and the narration and everything is so wonderful. And the Lady Michigan goes out every day.
Every day,
except when it's windy.
Except when it's a little too windy, but July and August, they do 3 cruises a day. So if you haven't been out, you know, August is the month to do it before the season winds down. But it will, the Lady Michigan will be running through the middle of October.
Okay.
So Chris Witulski from the Besser was talking about that Discover Lake Huron tour. That is going to be hitting, you know, all those folks coming up from downstate, which this has really been publicized well, will be able to have the chance to go out into Shipwreck Alley on the Lady Michigan.
And there is snorkeling equipment available?
There is dive and snorkel equipment available to rent. There's a couple spots in Alpena where you can do that. We always recommend to check out the CVB, the Visitors Bureau website, which lists all your charter opportunities. So, and that's just been a hit lately, is folks, they go out on a glass bottom boat and they see how close these shipwrecks are. They see how accessible they are, not just to your, you know, super techie divers that come in from England or something like that, that go to 300 feet.
Yes.
They do come, which we're glad. But to regular folks that want to go snorkel maybe to 10 feet, snorkel maybe to 15 feet. And you can, it's super simple to rent that gear, not too expensive, and dive and experience these shipwrecks.
We're out of time.
Okay.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Nancy.
Please stay tuned for Don McMaster following these messages.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Dr. Don McMaster, president of Alpena Community College. Glad to have you with us. And I'm glad to have with us this morning Penny Boldry, executive director of the ACC Foundation. Greetings.
Good morning. Thank you.
Pleasure to have you. Penny, the foundation does a number of wonderful things for the ACC students and the community. Can you give us an overview of the sorts of things that the foundation does that people may not know about?
Sure. The foundation is a separate 501c3 organization, and we exist to support the college and students, and we do that through a variety of ways: capital campaigns, fundraisers, year-end appeals. There's a lot of opportunity for individuals within the area to support the college and its students.
And they surely do.
Absolutely.
Tell us, if you can, tell us, if you would, about the recent foundation assistance in the Electrical Power Technology Center project. Very commendable.
Oh, thank you. The college approached the foundation to help raise dollars for that $5 million facility, and the foundation trustees, which it's comprised of community leaders here within Alpena as well as in Lincoln, eagerly said yes, they would love to help the college, and raised over $600,000 and helped the college meet its goal and construct that new facility.
Yeah, it's wonderful. I was over there just yesterday, and there was a group from Alpena Power, and Steve Fletcher was very influential in helping raise money for that, and a charter member of the foundation, as I understand.
Absolutely, and Ann Burton as well.
Yes, a great group of people. Great supporters of the college. The line workers, the UWUA, were contributors as well. It's very, very important stuff. So roughly how many students will be able to access scholarship dollars through the foundation?
Last academic year, we awarded $161,000 to a little more than 300 students. And the process is really simple. The information is listed out on the college website, and they can download the application, see all of the scholarships that are available, and make their application.
Really neat. So would that be primarily for students coming back for a second year, or could a student starting this fall have a possibility of getting a scholarship?
Well, it's a little late right now to apply for scholarships for the fall. The deadline was the end of March, and so students had from January to the end of March to apply. So for the most part, probably 95% of all of our scholarships are currently awarded. However, if a student would want to come in and fill out an application, from time to time we do have scholarships that are unawarded. Students change their mind for one reason or another and don't attend, and so we will have a handful of scholarships that can be reawarded to students.
That is a great benefit to students, that $161,000.
Yes.
What a wonderful thing. These are primarily endowed scholarships in some cases, not?
Both endowed and pass-through, where individuals or organizations make contributions yearly. And so collectively it has a significant impact on our students and their ability to be able to attend college.
Absolutely. It's a really key piece of the pie for students to be able to come to ACC, for sure. I was privileged to attend a donor recognition ceremony or banquet event last spring, and it was inspiring.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it was really neat. And could you describe that a little bit, what that's about?
Annually, we bring together our scholarship recipients and the individuals who make those opportunities possible. So it's a great chance for our donors and our students to meet one another, and for our students to say thank you.
Yes, and I think the donors like to hear thank you.
Absolutely, it's really important.
And they also get to hear the stories of the students that receive scholarships from dollars they've donated.
Yes.
Yeah, really neat. So tell me a little bit about the upcoming Scramble for Scholarships event.
Sure. That will be held on Saturday, August 22nd at River's Edge Golf Course, and we still have room for golfers. You don't have to be an excellent golfer. Golfers of all skill level, and I understand you're going to be joining us as well. It's a scramble format, so basically anybody can participate. And we've had tremendous response from area businesses who donate prizes as well as sponsorships for holes, carts, underwrite our luncheon. Alpena Buick GMC, they are donating a car to the lucky hole-in-one winner. And also Alpena Agency has a $10,000 giveaway for someone if they are able to get a hole-in-one on that particular hole. We have a putting contest sponsored by Top of Michigan Insurance for $1,000. So it's golfers at all skill level. And it's just a fun day. Every dollar that we raise goes back to our students in the form of scholarships. And we'll probably generate between $18,000 to $20,000 on this event. And it'll probably provide about 50 additional scholarships to students this fall.
Wow, that is wonderful. So you will take golfers who can't hit straight?
Absolutely. We'll take golfers of all skill level.
And how, if a person wants to join and golf, how would they go about doing that?
They can call me at 358-7297 and reserve a spot on our roster. We certainly have room, and the cost is $90. It includes the cart as well as a nice barbecue luncheon for our golfers too.
If somebody wants to sponsor, is that already been laid out, or is there still an opportunity there?
No, we still have room for whole sponsors. They are $250 and $125, and cart sponsorships are $50, and we still have opportunities available too.
Neat. And this is an annual event?
It is. It's the Foundation's signature fundraising event. We've been doing it for 19 years and have raised about $315,000 from this activity.
Wow, and that goes into student scholarships.
Absolutely.
Well, I have to say I've been so impressed with the foundation, and the board members are just powerhouse people in the community who are accomplished and have their heart in the college, and they know the college, how it operates, and just a commendable group. Is there anything you might want to say to the public about the foundation board?
No, I would just add, indeed, they are the premier organization, I think, and board in our community. To be blessed with 17 individuals who give of their time, talent, and resources, the college and the foundation, we are both extremely fortunate to have them involved.
I would agree, Penny, and thank you for your efforts.
You're welcome.
On behalf of the foundation and the college and students and the community. And folks, thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
This has been Talk of the Town with your hosts, Nancy Smitham and Don McMaster. For a list of events taking place in Northeast Michigan, please visit our website at wbkb11.com and click on the community link. This has been a Thunder Bay Broadcasting Corporation production.
The Talk of the Town furniture and set design are provided by Young Appliance Art Van Furniture on US 23 South in Alpena.